being a founder also takes a tremendous amount of resilience, especially when you've done it more than once. Talk a little bit about how you have found resilience now in this chapter of your life as a founder, but also earlier in your personal life, if you're open to doing that.
I didn't have much privilege to start with, right? I started my journey, the family went through financial crisis when I was 13, 14, 15. I was doing a full-time job of a delivery boy and a data entry operator when I was 15, 16. So life has been constantly about trying to survive and solve problems. A founder is basically somebody who absorbs all the uncertainty and provides certainty to employees, to investors, to customers. So being a founder is very hard because you're almost the single person who's absorbing all the uncertainty. So I think the concept of resilience around is almost a given. You will not survive this. How many of you are founders over here? Curious? Okay.
Uncertainty absorbers.
Yeah, so a lot of people have this exciting thing about, oh, this is a founder, I would like to be a founder someday. It only looks sexy from outside.
Right.
It is extremely painful.
Yes.
Because imagine you might be going through a rough time and you have a bad quarter or a bad product shipping, but the employees will expect their salary. Nobody's going to say, oh shit, we had a terrible quarter, we could not ship the product well, so this month, this quarter, we'll not take our salary. It's not going to happen. Neither will investors will say, oh my God, oh, you had a rough time, you were injured, so I understand this quarter was not great. Nobody's going to care about that. So I think that makes it hard. And I think being resilient is all about, irrespective of the circumstances, you're coming out stronger every time. In fact, coming out stronger when there is more chaos is what you will see in extraordinary founders or generally highly resilient people. But resilience has an important component, which is sometimes you have to manifest crisis to build the muscle of resilience. Unfortunately, many of us are in environments where we've never been gifted crisis, especially if you've had successful parents. They ensured that you didn't meet many of the crises at all in your life, which creates a unique problem that when they really come in your life, you're not well prepared to handle it, or it's easy to dodge them. And worst case scenario, your parents will still take care of you. But many people in the world have not had this luxury. Like if they don't survive, they don't survive.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of times we forget that, like a lot of the privilege that we have today in our world, where a lot of the basics have been taken care of, deprives the hunger that is required to create extraordinary outcomes.